Hi, I'm Gina. This is for CRE number 5. This is my roommate, Ashlyn. So today we're going to be talking about if I found out I had a terminal illness that was going to kill me in 6 months. I have 3 months of, full use of my body, and then 3 months of, dying, you know? Yeah, so then, my final few weeks are bedridden. So, for me, I feel like if I were going to the doctor and, finding out this information, it would either be with you, because, you're my roommate, and my best friend, or it would be with my mom. So to tell people you would already know, and then if I was up here I'd call my mom right away. But again, I feel like she would be here if I was going to the doctor for that, you know?
Yeah.
And then at that point we would call my dad, and I'd call my siblings and my grandparents. And I don't know, I feel from there my grandma would call everyone in my family and be this is what's happening to Gina, say your goodbyes. And then I would call my friends, I would call them and just explain to them what's happening, and I would just expect a chain to happen. But I would tell you and Sarah and my friends who live out of the state and stuff. And then I don't know, I feel I wouldn't want to go telling a lot of people, and then if people found out, they could just reach out to me. I don't really care to spread that. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm a bad person for that. But yeah. And then with the rest of my time, I think I would end up dropping out of school and quitting my job, and I would go home to Corpus so I could spend it with my family. And I would just kind of I want to work with women's health and women's advocacy and stuff. So I feel I would just join a charity work doing that, and not get paid for it, and just kind of spend out the time that I'm completely conscious and able to just helping where I can. And then just I don't know, praying and being religious, and just really focusing on the fact that I want to go to heaven, so I'm gonna do everything I can to get into heaven. So charity work and just keeping up with the sacraments and stuff. Yeah, it's asking if I would get married. I think at that point I would just give up on finding a relationship, and I would delete all my social medias and just kind of I feel I'd fall into a really deep depression, and so I would just be on autopilot mode, you know? To execute my plan, I would have to drop out of school, and then I don't know, I would just go home and be with my family. Sorry, that was a text. And then, yeah, I would be, I would obviously be with my family, and, I would want, my friends to come visit me and stuff. So I wouldn't be, alone, but I feel for a vast part of it, once I start, I feel the first 3 months, I would be, out there, doing things, really trying to, take charge of my life with, going to church and, whatever job I would get. I would really want to be, same thing I'm doing here for, domestic abuse, but, in Corpus, you know? And, I would want to, see all my family in Corpus while I can. But, once I start, getting sick and, feeling sick, the last 3 months, I would want to be alone. I'd be bro, just, go away. And I feel I would just want it to be, me and my mom. And, obviously, I'd want people to come see me because I want to feel important, but, I don't actually want... I feel I'd just be, really, really depressed. And then, how do I fund my plans? I feel my plans are self-funded because I would just be giving up on life. But, yeah, so, from what you just heard with that... what do you think about that? And would you add anything or remove anything to critique what I would do with my life? My final 6 months?
No, I mean it'd be really sad.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Would you come hang out with me?
Of course I'd come hang out with you.
It's literally asking I asked Dylan these questions at church, and he was I think you're doing it the wrong way, and I think that you should just, and he was I was explaining to him that I was if I died in 6 months, I would feel I would be so depressed because I'd be missing out on once you're dead, you can't make any more mistakes and learn. And I'm I feel I'm so young that I have so much time to learn. And he was just that's not how you should view life. And I was oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, in the end, it's really your decision on what you want to do. But a lot of people do fall into a deep depression when they hear something like that. Especially, the first terminal illness that, comes to your mind is cancer.
Yeah.
So, with my uncle and stuff,
yeah.
You do fall into a really deep depression.
No, and, that's, literally what I was thinking. I was bro, I feel if I was told, you have 3 months of full life left, I would do my best to, I got this, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get up and change the world, and, I wouldn't. I would, get dressed and, go back to sleep, because, that's how I am now, and I don't think that would change, because, like, you know, but, like, and then I would feel really guilty about just, like, letting the rest of my life waste away, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.